Abdulahi and how to recession-proof your business.
Good morning. Today I want to speak to you about how to recession-proof your business. Regardless of the size of business you have, whether you're a small business, medium business, or large business, we all know we are suffering from some economic downturn. Things are different. Things are completely out of whack, but life still has to go on. And as I go on with my speech, I'm going to focus on small business because I'm a small business owner. But as a consumer confidence is declining and sales are decreasing, as a business owner, whether you're a small or large or medium-sized corporation, you really have to do something completely different. Being in sales, I have been in sales for 26 plus years, and it has been a great ride. And of course, you don't know how great you have it until something like this happens. And I feel like at the end, we're all going to come out with better people, but we have to just kind of weather the storm. What I'm going to talk to you about today is some of the things I see in my some of my coworkers, or the fellow business people are doing, and also what really is trying to help me sustain what I'm doing. As a your consumer confidence is declining, and people are not buying as they used to. And of course, we got the the Dave Ramseys, and we got the Susan Ormans who's saying that, hey, look at everything, look at from A to Z, and make sure streamline everything you have. Of course, you're getting calls regardless of what kind of business you are in. As you know, nobody's buying homes, or if they buy, it's very minimum. Cars, and I am a multi-line agent when I do the P&C as well as the financial part of it. But when this is time to really step back and look at what you're doing, how you used to do the business before, and what you can do to sustain what we are going through today. Particularly small businesses are very vulnerable to what is going on today because they just don't have that cash reserve to really sustain this economic storms we're going through. So one of the things I look at it as a small business owner, regardless of what you did last year, at the first of the year, you really have to sit down and do a business plan. And this business plan you are putting together to project take a look at what you've done last year. And what you're going to do this year is you just have to sit back and really look at it in a completely different angle. Today, people are working on how to survive this storm, how to stay in business, how to really maintain what they have, as opposed to say, well, last year I've done, this much. Next year I'm gonna, this year I want to do, 10% over last year, or 20% over last year. Today, can I stay? Can I survive this? Is the question, regardless of what size of corporation you are, whether you're small, medium, or large. So every year, at the beginning of the year, you set up your business plan, and the goal is, to grow, to get a little more extra market share, to really, you want to generate that revenue, you want to grow, you want to retain your customers, you want to be selective with the type of clientele you have, you want to, have the, control your loss ratio, your expenses, and that whole thing, you also have to realize, what are you doing to really return on your investment? You got to take a look at where you're spending your money and what is that doing for you. And over the years, we have a booming, economics, and people are not worried about it. But today, you really have to kind of look at it on a monthly basis, fine-tune everything, what's working and what's not. You can't look at things on quarterly or every 6 months. So all that being said, at the end of the day, when you look at and analyze everything, you really have to see how you're going to project and what's going to work or what's not going to work. And as a business owner, what I came up is, the one most important thing is make sure your cash flow is intact. So make sure your credit is in shape, because you're going to need your credit. History is very important as a business owner. For that matter, also as an individual. Your credit is very important. So make sure your cash flow is in good tack, and make sure that money is there to really sustain your expenses. At the same time, make sure you really look at your marketing strategies and the product you're selling, because as a multi-line agent, I got 20 products. But today, the car business is down, so really I'm not selling that much car insurance. Or the home business is down, I'm not selling that much homeowner policy. But what area can I focus on? What I'm doing is I'm focused on an area people really need, a corporation, a small business, say, hey, what are you doing for a benefit? And everybody want to really see how they can get a handle on that. So in those areas, people who are being laid off, everybody's affected. Whether you have a job, you don't know how long you have this job. If you're an employer, as a manager, you don't even know if you're going to have this job. So people are very skeptical about what they're doing and what's going to happen to them. So I kind of, shift gear to really deal with the small businesses and medium-sized businesses to, work on their benefit, and as individuals also to make sure their 401k is protected. But some of the things you need to do is really take a look at your marketing strategy, what is paying off and what's working for you. And as I've done that, what also I've done is to do, to provide some incentive, your employees, to tell them how to, upsell some of the product you have. At the same time, also let the, provide some incentive and give some samples to your, regardless of what kind of business you have, especially people who are in a food business or in a marketing business. There's so many things they can give away. But how are you going to reach your customers? How are you going to find your niche? Who is, who you can really zero in on? And you just have to spend so much time to survive what we're doing today. One of the things also, it really is very beneficial to me, is the involvement in the community. Get involved in your community. Let people know who you are and what you're doing and how long you've been doing, what you're doing. But at the same time, you're supporting your community, you're getting involved. And so those are some of the things who are sustaining what I am doing. And as small business, nobody is going to be recession-proof 100%. But by really set up some strategic marketing plan, you can survive, and you can do, we can even be profitable if we really get into it. But one of the things I am really very proud of is the fact people are focusing on everything they do in a different angle, something I've never seen before, which is a great thing, because I think at the end, when this is all over, we're going to be a great country, we're going to be a great people, and we're going to really focus on what's important to us in life in the long run.